Hey guys, it's Tarp. I'm back with another story time, and today I'm going to be talking about the time I accidentally did at a Jane Remover show and I K-holed. Okay, it's May 2025. It's a Friday night, and I'm seeing Jane Remover with like 10 other people, and I love Jane Remover. I'm not one of the weird ones in her comments, but I'm like a diehard. Teen Week was my shit during COVID, and I listen to Leroy and her NTS mixes like every day now. So I really love her music, and I don't want to be too fucked up at this function so that I'm not hearing the music all the way. I want to be clear-headed. Unfortunately, I got a haircut like 2 days before this, and I kind of looked like a lesbian, so I couldn't do that whole opium twink thing. So I just did my normal like metrosexual getup. I'm getting ready for the show. I'm putting my deodorant on. I got my lip plumper. I actually have this lip plumper. I stole it from a gay guy who had a one night stand with, and I use it for special occasions now when I want to get ran through at a function. It's 7 p.m. now. We're all pre-gaming. I'm watching White Lotus with my friends, and they start doing a drinking game where every time there's gay and they take a shot. So they're like tipsy dipsy by the time we leave. And we get on the MBTA, the train, shout out MBTA. There's like nobody there. 3 of my friends drop acid on the train, and to my knowledge, nobody else brought like drugs. It was just drinking and weed. We get there, we get in line. It's a long line, so we're playing connections, we're like smoking our weed, whatever. We finally get there. I show my ticket. She calls me ma'am. The girl checking the ticket, she like refers to me as ma'am. We walk in. There's a little something in the air. There's a little bit of BO, but it's not that bad. My friend opens his bag. He snuck like alcohol in, and he's giving people some. And I notice he has an unlabeled bag of suckers. And I'm a sugar addict, so I grabbed 3. And I'm not like, you're not gonna see me like a grown ass man like walking around sucking on a lollipop. I'm not doing that. I crunch, I munch, I bite. I'm not sucking on a lollipop in public. And so I grabbed 3 of them. I start scouting the venue, like where's the stairs? Where's the bathroom? Is anybody cute nearby? I have this trick I do at concerts. It is the best. It's one of the best tricks I know to pull. Maybe the best. What I do is I take a piece of paper before I leave to go to the concert. I take a piece of paper, I rip off a little bit, and I write a note. I'll add a diagram here. You write like, I think you're really pretty. Didn't want to be too forward. Here's my number is blank. And then you make 10 of those. And you take them with you to the concert, and then you just disperse them. So I get there. I see blonde wolf cut. Bam. Like, oops, walk up. You drop something, and then I hand it over, and then I like scamper away. The trick is you got to be kind of awkward, but not like incel awkward. Like not where you're like don't know how to talk to people. Just like a little shy. I look around more. I see those fur boots and the arm things. Oops, you drop something. I think underground shows and indie shows are one of the best places to pull people, as long as you're like kind of charismatic and you don't look like a douchebag. Looking back, I think I was too whorish at this point in my life, and I'm not proud of it, and this is not who I am now. It's also very difficult to have to run a roster of like, I don't know how people have a roster of like more than 3 people for an extended period of time. I had 6 twinks rotating on a Google Calendar for a month, and it like wiped me. But yeah, anyways, I let like 4 girls know that they dropped something, and then I go back to chatting with my friends, and I finish my 3rd sucker, and my friend looks at me and he's like, dude, how many of those have you had? Like, you know those have ketamine, right? And I'm like, fuck. Because first, they have ketamine in lollipops now. I guess it's like medicated. I've never done ketamine before at this point. I don't know what it does. I don't really do the weird stuff other than like shrooms like twice a year. So I have no idea what is about to happen. And my friends are just like, dude, you gotta get the fuck out of here. You gotta Uber home right now. And I'm like, fuck no, dude. I'm seeing Jane Remover. I'm not going home. I can lock in under pressure. So I stay. I'm like, no, I'll be good. I check my phone, and I have a text from an unknown number. It says, LOL, you could have talked to me IRL. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm in. I stopped thinking about the ketamine. I'm just like, damn, I gotta talk to this girl before the show starts. And the problem with this method is that I don't know which girl this is. But there's a very easy solution, and you just say like, hey, can you meet me wherever? Like, and I say, can you meet me by the stairs, blah, blah, blah. And so and then I go by the stairs, and then I see which girl walks up. She has blue scene hair and like a black baseball cap, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I can't mess this up. And so we're like chatting for like 10 minutes. I'm good, I'm chilling, and she's like ranting to me about like Courtney Love or something, and my teeth start to feel weird, like I'm at the dentist. They get numb and I feel floaty, and I start like wobbling, and she's like, are you good? And I'm like, oops, I pregame too hard, I'm a lightweight, whatever, and I'm like floundering. But Jane Remover comes on stage, thank God, and everybody starts freaking out, and she's like, oh my God, I gotta go find my friends and meet up with them. So she leaves. I'm gone. I'm trying to stumble up the stairs so I can get to the balcony where there's less people. I get up there. I just lean completely against the balcony. I'm like folding over it. No, actually, I'm looking normal-ish, but I'm fucked up. Anytime I look up, the room is like spinning. I can't see shit. I'm just like sitting there, like, dude, like, what is happening? Like, I don't know where my friends are. Like, it was like that for like years, it felt like. And I thought I was in the front row. I felt myself getting like crowd crushed and pushed around. But when I came out of it, I had just been curled up in a ball in a corner for like 45 minutes, which I guess is what a K-hole is. What, like, one of my friends made a joke one time, and he was like, oh, ketamine is like only fun if you hate yourself. And I kind of get that now, because that shit was not fun. I'm still on it at this point, but I'm out of the hole and I can kind of walk. So I'm just like, dude, I gotta get the fuck out of here. My adrenaline starts pumping. It cancels out the ketamine that's also pumping. And I'm walking to the door. I get outside finally, and I'm like, fuck, dude. I can walk, but it's annoying. It's very annoying, and I don't want to do it. I don't know why. I just really didn't want to do the 2-leg thing. So I got on all fours on the sidewalk, and I just crawled all the way home, like 8 blocks on all fours. I looked crazy. My phone started ringing at one point. I have a Drake ringtone. It was probably the worst I've looked in public. But I wasn't thinking about any of that. I was just like, dude, I gotta get the fuck home. And I finally get to my dorm. I stand up on my 2 legs and I put my normal face on. I'm bumping into shit, but I get through the door. I go to my floor and going down the hallway, finally get to my room. I plop on my couch and I have zero thoughts, and I just immediately pass out. When I woke up, I was really worried that whole incident would ruin Jane Remover for me, and it kind of did. I can't listen to Revenge Seekers anymore, but the rest of her music is fine, so I'll take it. And it could have been a lot worse. Like, I didn't get hurt or anything. Like, it could have been a lot worse, and it's like a good story. It's a fun story now to tell, so whatever. But yeah, I don't know. That was some crazy stuff that happened. Thanks for listening to another one of my TED Talks. I'll see y'all on the next one. It's Tarp.